So I always recommend to use the nursery pot. A lot of time goes into the nursery pot to actually pick it, because there are thousands of different ones out there, but there's a little bit to it, you know. Adequate drainage, plenty of holes, also a little bit risen, definitely helps picking the right pot. So there's no shame in just keeping it in there. A lot of these plants actually don't need to be potted up when you buy them as well. They can last a really long time, especially if you're given the right conditions. So what I recommend is find a pot that's the same size, just chuck it in there. You can dress it up if you don't like that look. You can put pebbles, you can put a cocoa mat over the top of it. And then it's easier to take a plant out of this and look at how the roots are going compared to a ceramic pot. And that way you can determine faults a lot easier as well if you say your plant's starting to struggle or something. So there is actually a few pros to actually using ceramic pots. Like, I mean, I know for a fact, say, having alocasias at least sitting in a ceramic pot helps insulate them in winter. So that way you can, you know, stop that dormancy from happening if, say, you have temperature issues in your home. Same with Calatheas as well. Although, even if they do have a hole, one hole's not enough anyways.
Yep.
It's just not. This was a pretty radical item. We just like, let's chuck it on a wall. It's actually probably put on about 3 feet of growth in about a month.
Wow.
Don't do much for it. Just the enthusiasts that have been enthusiasts since the 70s.
Yep.
They've got like our chain of hearts. My mother's stock is over 50 years old. Customer gifted me it because they were going on a retirement holiday.
Wow.
And so they were just like, here, have my chain of hearts. 50 years old. It was absolute curtain, right? It was just overgrown its pot, and
wow.
Yeah, same with my string of pearls. So all those plants that I propagate in my shop, they all stem from that mother
pedigree.
stock, so. Yeah, pedigree. That's right. They're strong plants. So, The thing with aroids is, like, because their natural instinct is to
go up.
When they feel something, they'll produce roots. Like, I know for a fact with monsteras, for instance, if they just lean up against something on a wall even, they will produce the aerial roots faster. Because literally we're looking at a very happy one. It's actually just starting to get on the side of thirsty. And the way I know is I look around this area here, and this is my tip, okay? So I haven't been taught this. I wait to see these go just past horizontal.
Right.
And in summer, you can water to your heart's content, but any other time of the year, I think once it goes past horizontal, I'll probably just go, all right, this is a 30 centimetre pot.
Yep.
I'll tip a litre of water. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Because I want to give the plant some dry pockets in the soil.
Yeah.
So it's not clogged up and going to cause bruising or anything. It's like, it's available, but also at the same time, it's not going to drown. Keep them on the drier side. I think, like, what I try and do is I try and make sure there's weight in the base. That's the amount of moisture I like to have in them, and then I kind of wait for them to start like dropping a little bit before I add. But I don't add much to them unless it is absolutely hot. Days. I don't water them on a cold day. Like it's literally a plant, even though it's an indoor plant. I watch the weather. I know that the potting mix will hold as well.
Yeah.
It's chunky, it's got perlite in it, and a lot of people don't realise that potting mixes actually have binding agents in them as well, so they actually will hold
together. Hold
quite well.
Yeah.
Like when you grow them in a hanging pot, it's all about weight with them. You just got to pick them up and feel that the water's in there, and if it is, then you just leave it alone.
You just leave it alone.
And as I said, temperature. If it's hot enough, you can go nuts with the water, but if it's cold and it's light, you need to go bottom water or something like that. Yeah. And then you need the airflow around it. It's a weird balance because you want humidity, but airflow also reduces humidity. Yeah. So you want like enough of both. Yeah. I had a bit of an outbreak of mites on the rosies. Yeah. So a few of them got cut back, but I brought in the predatory mites to take care of them, and they've annihilated them in about a week.